Now to those motel murders and the numerous crime scenes spread across the valley. There are a handful of victims, dead and alive, and the gunman took his own life before detectives could get the answer to the question, why? We have team coverage on this one tonight. Melissa Blasey is piecing together this investigation. But first, ABC 15's Mary Ellen Resendez joins us live with stories from the victims. And Mary Ellen, you told us at 5 the shooter actually confessed to one of the victims.
You know, he did. Right after 28-year-old Taryn Bryan shot 5 people at this Motel 6, he then fled just north, and that is when he ran into his next victim.
I have no idea where he come from. And he asked me do I have phone.
At first, 23-year-old Haydon, his girlfriend Mara Yan, thought 28-year-old Taryn McBride was a panhandler looking for money, but that was quickly dispelled.
He just showed me his gun, and then he even told me, hey, do you have a car? And he saw my key, so I said, okay, I have a car. You need my key? I just give him my key. He didn't want it. He wanted me to be with him, and then he said, go to your car.
Haydon could only think of how to get Mara and Zaid out of there.
She asked me on our language, what she's supposed to do. And I show her my eyes, to call police.
That he will shoot him in the car and he will leave him.
McBride took off, kidnapping Haydon. They drove right past the Motel 6 where he had just shot 5 people.
Then I seen there's a lot of police there. I know there's something happened there with him, and he even told me that he shot someone. So I even asked him why he shot someone. What is wrong? What was wrong? He said it just accidentally happened. Something happened like that.
Haydon says that's when McBride started speeding.
And he drove like 100 speed, so it was super speed. And even the bumps, he didn't stop at all. The car just like flying.
Haydon said along the way he hit several cars, even a house, before the transmission in the car went out, and McBride fled once again.
So happy and so I feel much better.
I feel like we are so much lucky. It didn't happen anything to us.
Now, at one point in that conversation between McBride and Haydon, McBride asked Haydon if he had ever made a mistake, saying we all make mistakes. Only this mistake left 2 people dead, 44-year-old Brian Harris, who was an employee here at the Motel 6, and 44-year-old Robert Sykes. In Phoenix, Mary Ellen Resendez, ABC 50 News.
Mary Ellen, thanks. The investigation far from over. In this case, the gunman now dead, taking his own life. ABC 15's Melissa Blasey joins us live at the scene of the suspect's last stop near 16th Street and I-17. Melissa?
Faye, I want you to take a look at this here. These are skid marks, so you can only guess how fast Taryn McBride was going when he literally ran out of road and hit this boulder here. Police say the 28-year-old had gone to prison before twice, and it looks like he was determined not to return, fatally shooting himself nearby before he could be captured. Investigators say McBride spent his last hour on Earth on a violent crime spree starting at the Motel 6, shooting a total of 5 people before carjacking 2 people, briefly kidnapping the one Mary Ellen mentioned, and then being chased by police.
And I'm sure he was going to hightail it and thought he could sneak and get back on the freeway, which wasn't the case at all. I mean, the car was in pretty rough shape.
And investigators could find no immediate connection between McBride, the Motel 6, or the people involved, the victims in these crimes. They continue to look. They're looking at the guest registry for the motel as well as security video from there to see if he had even been to that hotel before. So a lot of questions still here as the investigation is really just underway. Back to you, Faye.
I know you got us covered. Thank you, Melissa.